Hi guys, Frog out here. I am going to do a video for you that is things that I have bought in the last couple days. None of this is jewelry. As in my previous posts and videos, I've mentioned that I'm thinking about either opening an eBay store, which is their starter store for $4.95 a month. If you pay in advance for a year, it's $4.95 a month. And or opening up an Etsy shop again, which I didn't do well with Etsy shop. Etsy takes out less fees than eBay does, but eBay is more popular and more people go to. You got that, but then Etsy is a different kind of clientele, and they will pay more money for things than people usually do on eBay. Got my camera set up a little different. I wanted to mention too, I put it on one of my groups, and I'm not trying to beg for something for free, but if anybody has a Samsung or good phone that maybe is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old that you don't use anymore, I don't want it for a cell phone use. I mean, I want it for the camera because that's all I would use on it. I'm willing to pay for it. One of my subscribers sent me a free one, and that's the one I use. And this was about a year or two ago, and it's starting to give me some issues. So if you have one, let me know. Okay, now back to the video. I am going to be showing you, I went today to 2 local shops. One is a thrift store that is locally owned, but it benefits charity. So it's a small thrift store that has just a little bit of everything. A little bit of shoe section, a little bit of clothing. First thing I picked up was some baby clothes for my great niece and great nephew. And then I started looking around for things to resell. So the things I found in being in that store 10 minutes more than I found in my Goodwill shop the other day. So let's first show you this, and this would be going in whichever new store I open up. So I'm putting things back so I have enough listings to like open up with at least 50 to 100 listings. So this is a teapot, and I'm going to do this video a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the screen the what it is and the sold prices that I found either on Etsy or eBay, and I will tell you on the screen up here whether it's eBay or Etsy. I'll do the sold comps. You never want to look up what things are listed for and then go by that, because somebody could take anything and list it for whatever they want to. What you need to do is weed out the solds. Now I found out on Etsy you can't do that. You can't weed out the solds on all the items you find. You can weed out the solds on, if you know an individual store name, you can weed out their solds. So if I put Etsy up there, I'll put listed as, okay? So anyway, this is a teapot, and what drew me to it is there's no chips, no cracks, no nothing on it. But of course, you can always tell the resellers in the store, they're always flipping everything over to look at the bottom. So this is made in Japan. It's a otagiri, which if you ever find otagiri, either coffee mugs or anything like that, it is really, it really sells well and for a decent price. So I'll put on the screen. These usually come, if you found a set of these, they would come with a pot. And they made these with, some people call these bamboo handles. I'm not sure if it's bamboo. I think it is bamboo wrapped. And then they come with the sake cups, or some of them call them teacups, but they're really, I think they're sake cups or teacups. The ones that don't have the handles, because it's Japanese. And I'll put on the screen what these are listed for, similar ones. What they've sold for or listed for. It'll be a sold comp off eBay, listed for off Etsy. Okay? So I picked that up, and I'll tell you the price I paid for these all at the end. Then I saw this, and I thought, well, that looks like a nice piece of pottery. Now, this is either a bowl. I found it listed as a bowl or a planter. Now, it doesn't have a hole in it, but it does have this kind of base, so it looks more like a planter. But if you look at the bottom, it's hand-painted, and that is Delft Blue, made in Holland. Now they fake a lot of this, and what I found on this is one of the signatures of theirs, and I'll put on the screen what these, I found this exact one and what it has sold for recently on eBay, really recently, like within the last couple weeks. Alright, and then on that same store, sometimes weird sells, guys, I found, and right now cassettes are selling for more. A lot more. If you find cassettes at your thrift store, and CDs also, not just people are going retro on records, they're going retro on the cassettes. So I found these. They're in their original package. You can open them up. They're cassettes, and they are, it's some guy, and I guess he's well known. He's talking about engines and how to put engines together, car stuff. Okay, I found two. I couldn't find anything comparable to this except for magazines with his name on it. So right here might not be a comp. I might just be setting these at a price, you know, I might set them outrageous. Who knows, they might sell. But there's no date on them, so I can't tell you how. I know they're vintage, but I don't know the date on them. And then in that store, the last thing I found was these trivets or hot pads, or some of them call them placemats. Some people call them wall hangings. I found two in this size, and two, well, one in this size, and one in this size. This one I don't think I'm going to put up for sale. I'm going to keep it for myself because these are wound together, and this one has come apart, so I'll put that to the side. These are either, some people call them wicker, some people call them rattan, R-A-T-T-A-N, I think, or E-N, or I think that's how you pronounce it. So I got all that, and then one more thing I got, which I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it for myself or sell it. And I'll put on the screen. Hey, these are actually marked. I just noticed this one's marked. I don't know if somebody's wrote. It says HHN40. Maybe somebody wrote that. I don't know. Anyway, and then I'll put on the screen what those sell for. And you'd be surprised at what those sell for. If you find hot pads like this, no matter what size, or the ones that are thicker that I have some of, pick those up. Because most of the time you can find them at thrift stores for like $1 to $1. They do sell, and they sell at a rather high price that you'd be surprised about. I found this nice box of candles. The box is kind of dirty, and it comes with, they're still wrapped up in plastic, and they're really tall. I'd say over, what did you say, over about a foot tall? Oh, bigger than a foot. They're longer than a foot, aren't they? And it came with this information about it. And what these are dripless honeycomb candles. And they're in the color wine, because that's what it says on the box. And they're twisted like that. Now, I looked these up, and I was surprised that these sell, and I'll put the price here, what they sell for. So, I don't know. I had originally bought them for myself, and I thought, I'll buy them for myself. But I might sell them. So, who knows. They kind of, I don't know, I kind of like them. But anyway, I'll put up here what they've sold for. Now, all that, I got that one thrift store, and excuse my hair, it's a fuzzy mess, and I have no makeup on, but oh well. I am how I am. Now, all this, how much I paid for all this, was interesting because there was a different lady working there, and she's new. And when I went up to her, like, this stuff wasn't marked. She gave me prices on it, but when I got to the counter, she said, you know what, I'm going to put your baby clothes and all this stuff in a bag and just charge you for a bag of clothes. So for all these things that I just showed you, I paid $5 for. $5, that's it. So I think I can, and once you see the solds and the comparable price on the screen, you understand why I was very happy. Now, I went to another local store today. I'm putting this to the side because I'm on a very small table. And it's an antique store. We put our name, me and Mom put our name down to get a booth in that store on the waiting list, so hopefully we'll get one. I found just a couple things. Now, in my Etsy shop or eBay shop that I open up, I want to put a lot of coffee cups and teacups. Not teacups, but coffee mugs in there. And cups and mugs. And the reason is because I love buying them, but I can't keep them all. Because I've got enough. I'm one person. I live in a travel trailer. So I found this one, and I knew it was a good buy. I paid $2 for this, and I'll put on the screen what it sells for. The comps and what it's listed as. This is Rose of England fine bone china made in the United Kingdom. I paid $2 for this. For this coffee cup, Garfield, I know if you just find Snoopy, Garfield, people like certain cartoon characters. He's saying everything tastes good when you're on a diet. Isn't that true? And he's eating the shoe. Now, I only paid 50 cents for this, and I'll put on the screen what it sells for. I bought this at the last minute because I thought this was so adorable. This is made in Japan. I never can keep straight. Like you do West Germany, Germany. I know those, like if there's West Germany, it's after the war. If it's Germany, it's before the war, some of it. The other, yeah. Made in Japan, Japan, then occupied Japan. When they're made, I can't remember. So, this is a little, they're saying on this thing that it's a toothpick holder. It's a little elephant, and he's pulling a wagon. The only reason I can think an elephant would be pulling a wagon is for a circus. But it has a little flea bite, what people call flea bite, a little chip right there. I only paid $1 for him. I looked it up, and I'll put I only found one other one, and there wasn't a sold on it. So I'll put what I'm going to list it as here. They were calling it mid-century, which I figure is probably 50s. Really nice, really neat, just adorable. They were calling it a mini planter, and I'm like, that is not a mini planter. You can put a succulent, even a small succulent, but I tend to believe it was a toothpick holder. Okay, so I got that all at that store. Let's put this down here. Okay, so the other day I went shopping at Goodwill. I had showed you that I didn't find things. That Sunday I went shopping. So me and my mom went. She usually stays in the car while I shop. And boy, that day had more stuff in it. They had more packed shelves, and it wasn't when it first opened than I'd ever been seen before. So I found these. These are Bailey's, Bailey's Irish cream. I found, they have them where it says mine, and this one says yours. I found 2 of each. These are something that I think would sell better on Etsy. And I'll put what they've sold for here from Etsy because I found them. I paid $1 each for these. So I'll put that on the screen. I have 4 of them, so I paid $1 each. One other thing that I'm looking for to put in whatever shop I open is trinket boxes. And I know this is just a run-of-the-mill made in China trinket box. Porcelain, ceramic, whatever you want to call it. It was also $1. No chips on it though. I found this and I thought, oh, this is something. It's an espresso. You can see the sticker. Espresso pottery piece, mug. And on the bottom it says, it has the R, like registered trademark. It says coffee, only with 1 E, DV, something TO, and then Taiwan. I've not been able to find that anywhere else. I got it home. I thought, will I sell it or not? Because it's got a little flea bite out of it right there. But I think I will. I will put here what I think I can get from a listed as, because I found nothing on that company unless somebody made it and put that on there. So I found 1 Starbucks mug that nobody had picked up, and actually I just ran this through my Google Lens, and I didn't bother to run it through Google Lens store because Starbucks is Starbucks. But this actually sells for a decent amount, and I'll put right here what it sells for. I paid $1 for it. It's in great shape. It's from 2011. It's got that barrel shape to it. Okay. I found 2 of these. The other one's still out in the car. These are International Stoneware Japan. And they actually had a whole set of these and dishes and the mugs and everything. And I picked up 2 of these because I like if I find 2 or more of the same coffee cups. I've noticed they sell better than just one single one. And you would have seen on the screen what I sold that for. What I paid for it was, I'm not sure because I already took the sticker off of it. It was $1 less. I'm not paying any more than $1 for a coffee cup except for that one I bought today because it was bigger. I bought this one because it was 50 cents. Green tag was on sale, 50% off. So it was 50% off, so that was $1 on there. It's 50 cents. Just because it's interesting, a lot of people fish. It's got a fish on it, and then it's a largemouth bass, and it tells you the definition of largemouth bass. And for 50 cents, even if I flip it for 5, it's a sale. Okay, now this I picked up immediately when I saw it on the shelf because it reminds me, it's real heavy and thick. It reminds me of, if you remember back in the day, Steak and Shake's coffee cups. I don't know if they still use them. They used to use a certain kind of white coffee cups. And I looked at the bottom, and it's Good Home by Life is Good. I never heard of that, so I looked it up while I was in the store. And this certain one does sell at a decent price. It was only $1. It's got a daisy on it. It says Life is Good, and then on the other side it says do what you like what you do. Very heavy on the screen, I should say. This one I immediately saw. First I thought, oh, it's just a regular coffee mug. But then I started looking at it. I thought, oh, it looks artsy. So I turned it over, and it's called Pensie's. Looked it up. That it's their own. They have a website with these products, and it says on one side, "Heal the World." On the other side, it says "Cook Dinner Tonight." And I only paid 50 cents for it because green, like I said, was 50% off. And the price is here what it will sell for. I bought this. I'm not reselling it, but I bought this to... I used to love baskets, but I don't have room for baskets. But I bought this because I have a lot of things I need to organize, and I like that it's split into different levels. I'm going to pay $3 for it. It's really heavy. Nice basket. So that's what I purchased. Those are what I bought. Oh, one more thing I found at Goodwill was this menorah. This is a menorah for Hanukkah. They have menorahs for Sabbath menorah. When I was in Israel, I actually have a Sabbath menorah that I bought in Nazareth. And a Sabbath menorah has 7 places for candles because of 7 days of the week and the 7th day being the Sabbath. This is for Hanukkah, so it has 9 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this isn't old. This is mainstream, and I knew that when I bought it, but it still sells for this price right here, and I only paid $3 for it. You hardly don't find menorahs in my area of the country because we're in the Bible Belt, so you don't really find them. So I was happy to pay $3 for that. So those are my finds. That was a thrift haul, y'all, and I hope I have a few things sitting around my house that I will put in my shop. But remember, I'm going to put a vote on my vintage wear today. What should I open, Etsy shop or eBay shop? And tell me here too. Maybe I'll put a vote here so you guys can see it and vote in another video if I remember how to do that. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me. There's my little tea station back there. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Isn't it cute? Alright guys, bye.